Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age Mythology Replay. Spawn bottom right side as the pink set, we got Thunder2025. Spawn top left side as the red Zeus. Okay, there's some sort of issue with the recent replays where it seems like Lure tends to break this up there, but this time it didn't. I don't know. Sometimes it's been breaking, sometimes not. Either way. Spawn top left side is the red Poseidon got Zerrer. And there's just some sort of issue with the replay bugging out where it just breaks this part. I don't know what causes it. Either way, we do have, of course, a monument to the village spawn and field, which not only generates a bit of favor, also reduces the training reduce the cost of training units nearby Miggled strongholds and barracks. Black can't speak right now. Baboon set has obtained some goats. They are the goat. Got for relics, got Gungnir, Odin's spear, and looks like red will be stealing these hyenas. Hyenas do 0.7 damage in this age. And we got Gambiton's Odin wand, which makes your temple technology cost cheaper. Attacks of Imoplet reduces building time by 10%. As well as Olsberg wagon makes the caravans faster and cheaper, which may be a bit more transformative. I generally view the set bonus of claiming all the wildlife as more of an economic bonus than a combat bonus, since they're generally better to be eaten than trying to use for combat, because combat stats, they are bad. But this is, of course, age 1, which means they get a damage reduction. Poseidon is aged up to Hermes, and Set's aging up to Anubis. There is a centaur there. Hyena does spot the centaur once again. Of course, spotting it allows him to bring over the pharaoh immediately. But looks like he's getting shots off. Not like he would do much damage in this age. Oh wait, he only has 3 range in age 1. I did not know that. Now it has a range 12, and hyenas go up to 7 damage. But still, their DPS is horrible. It's better just to eat them for 75 food. They're not great in combat. Most of the wildlife is not good in combat. For example, here's a rhinoceros, 8 damage. But of course, at a slower attack speed, which is so low it doesn't even show calculated there. And its health is not even better. Axeman is probably equal. Got the Nubite here getting hit by Hippolyta. The Nubite does move at 5 move speed. Hippolyta move at 5.6, so she can outrun the Nubite. We do also have the queue up of the Feet of the Jackal, increasing the hit points by 40%, damage by 20%, adds 3 increased maximum range for the jump. And looks like the jump attack work rate. I'm not so sure what that means. Jump attack work rate for human soldiers, myth units, and villagers. It sounds like it makes it so the jump itself is faster for all of your myth units. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe it connects faster with its target. I don't know. Especially before with some hippos. Even though I said the animals of set are not very good in combat, they at least be good in defense. And decent number of dead zebra there. Red may have killed them off to dive into red. Red scout here will see the town center not being built at the moment. Not decides to build a town center just yet. Red's trying to be aggressive with the cavalry. Spearman's be a good idea. Serpent Spear gives your spearman some additional poison damage. Burn up the wall there. Anubites get some slices there. And here comes the Spearmans. They move at 5.3. They move pretty quickly. They actually move faster than Nubites. So apparently the exotic doggos move slower than a man with a spear, or a big pointy stick. It doesn't. I don't know if the description's right. It adds 1/3 divine damage over time to melee attacks for 6 seconds. I guess it takes them more often than once per second. I don't know. Of course, we do have the vision ability still available, which I believe can be upgraded so it's reusable. There's a temple. I can't highlight the description since it's a replay. Do not have red queuing on up Aphrodite. Get access to the Nemean line and to the curse. Against spearmen, not really critical, but can be quite nice. Centaur and Hippus now queued on up. Villagers trying to repair up this wall segment now. Of course, got the watchtower firing away. Pink has now deployed out Double Town Center. And more Nubites in the build queue.
I'm reaching. Into you.
Do you have the medium spearmen? Do now the age up queued on up. Lord of Horses give a bit of health for Jen and a bit of line of sight for Poseidon's cavalry. And Nubite taking some fire there. Here comes spearmen. These Hippus are only regular Hippus, not medium Hippus. Got a handful of priests here for anti-Mythology fire. Very nice. Takes out one of those Hippus there. If he gets another jump there, could get some good damage. More Centaur, more Hippus on the build queue. We do have now Nephitis being queued up. Give access to Scorpion Men and to Ancestors. What did I just hear? Must have been these guys going to the Rhinoceros. Gold deposit almost cleaned on up.
Great.
Getting some decent healing here. We've got more cavalry pushed forward. Maybe some more spearmen in order. It does have some hyenas help absorb some shots there. Curse deployed in a pretty good time.
I'm weak.
It got serpents brought in as well. Serpents not great, but they will help. Piggies a wee wing all the way to their new home. My stomach. So now the serpents being picked up there by the Hippus. More medium spearmen, of course, being pulled in the field. Very nice. We need some more priests as well. It does get a round of crocodiles and giraffes, which I think it does delete the giraffes for food. It does not delete the crocodiles. They have 150 food into them, but maybe just wants a little bit extra mass going. Giraffes is set. That's Mother Nature variant, so it is at an archaic gauge for damage. So I don't know what the base damage of giraffes set is. But seeing how they have usually it's times 10, so I'm guessing maybe 5 at a rate of 1.4. In other words, not great. If I were to hazard a core guess. Poseidon still has access to a ceasefire, which can be quite nasty. Arrows falling back to these villagers. Scorpion Man. Oh, what's slowing down the formation? It's the crocodile slowing down the formation. He needs to get the crocodiles not with the formation. Takes out some of the obelisks. These obelisks are tormenting him, so. And Pink is trying to get some more walls going, but of course they're not fully built. He's trying to ghost them. He does ghost them. He does go ahead and slice them quickly open though. Spearman gets some good strikes there, getting some poison damage.
In which?
I think the health regen is greater than the poison damage. So the poison damage is not that great still. Got some minions being blown in the field. Minion line and does decide to counteract the minions, the ancestors, with the ceasefire. Blue could pursue or maybe stay back, get some healing. Ancestors will last for another 40 seconds. Ceasefire will only last for 20. So maybe a good idea just to send the minions forward and just do something. Got heavy hippus on the field. Copper shield, which he does not need. I suppose against the centaurs he actually does need it. Demon line getting focused on by the heroes, including the pharaoh here. Priests are only more close to the okay when fighting against myth units. The pharaoh's wars actually gets pretty good. Yeah, the poison damage with spearmen it's not great. The fact that 0.5 health regen is greater than the 0.13 poison damage means, yeah, not great. And looks like Red's army will get cleaned on up. Yep, if you look at this guy here who's affected by the poison damage, his health went up rather than down, so 0.5 health regen per second is greater than the poison damage. Yeah, that poison upgrade on the spearman, I think it's bugged. I think it needs to be increased by a fair margin to be worth any good. Does take out some of the centaurs there with the priest. Got the spearman force getting some good engagements onto these horsemen. Takes out more of the centaur there with the nubi as well. Good number of priests here, getting some good damage. Got the Miggle stronghold going on up. Pink does have 13 more villagers in his opponent. Takes out the centaur there.
Into you.
And some very, very good health regen there. Red may find some of these villagers, or these villagers, a lot of exposed villagers here.
In which?
And Red's arm is pretty far away. These villagers are going to be picked on up. These ones are falling back. These ones are just sacrificed. Or not sacrificed, just discarded to say the least. Decided not even try to save them. We do have a decent force here of spearmen, a couple nubites, good number of priests. But this force is not too significant at the moment. Red has a pretty small force in the field. Sound like some crocodiles may have been killed off there. He may have deleted the 3 crocodiles he had. Gold mine now under fire there. Takes on another villager. Got a wounded villager here. Looks like other wounded villagers we picked on off. And now the villager count is quite even. Now I've got the pharaoh with this force here. The priests are relatively slow, spearmen are fast. Takes out one the centaur. We do also have the Nebity being queued on up. Increases priest and pharaoh damage against myth units by 100%. Increases the bonus damage by 100%, to more precisely say. And we do also have now that champion spearmen are already queued on up. Copper shields, bronze weapons, bronze armor. A lot of research queued on up. Right now, Pink is lacking food. Delicious food. Good number of those villagers going to be going on down. This will be very beneficial to Pink since Red has only one town center. Red is aging up to Artemis, give access to Chimera and to the Earthquake God power. Parshket does have a good number of high passes there. It's going to say against all the spearmen. Centaur does go down there. That obelisk will no longer torment him.
In which?
Trying to break down the gate, even though there's an opening right next to him. Atlantean Hypasus pushing way forward. A couple Hippus mixed on in. Got now some Axemans here. Big brawl there. Priests are just going to provide some basic fire support since there's no units from the counter. The Pharaoh has good damage at 16, so he just provides some great fire support. A couple of Hippus. These guys in the hold fire stance looks like. Inca now pursuing. Hippus do move at 4.3 while the Spearmen move at 5.3. And now Poseidon has Agion up and bring in an Earthquake. Chimera here revealing himself. He gets really stoned to death, which is very good. But the immolation field is still firing and will burn these Spearmen. Red will win, but won't be a great win. One Method Priest and the Pharaoh wouldn't be half bad. The Pharaoh, of course, will be replaced for free given enough time. But the priests do cost money. Mythical Strongholds spawn in the field, so Pink can age up, at least technology-wise, but still big problem food. Has a massive gold reserve, still has access to the Vision God power as well. Going for some more Axemen. Does not have the heavy Axemen just yet. Nemean Line gets some damage there. Oh, well, that's the original one. Either way, Nemean Line is pretty close to death. And the Greeks have no way to heal most of their units. Nice healing there from the Pharaohs. And there's Earthquake. Will destroy a lot of the housing. Of course, that can be replaced for free. Town set will cost a bit of gold, but does they actually get the Age of Fun? Must have bought a lot of food. Going for Horus. Gets access to the Avenger as well as the Tornado. Still needs food, but does have a good number of villagers on gold. Red's now pushing forward, does have Champion Hypasus. Versus medium Axemen, no heavy Axemen just yet though, because that's the heavy Axemen upgrade. Polyphemus there. More barracks being rebuilt. They do only cost right now 56 gold. As well, he is playing sets, so putting monuments next to these barracks will reduce the cost. So maybe putting one here to also put the Mythical Stronghold. I mean, replacing the monument to the villagers there wouldn't be half bad. Because right now, Red has no favorite generation, appears to be. He is going for some Chariot Archers, not a bad idea. Hypasus right now doing 9.9 at slow attack speed, so at 8.3. These medium heavy Axemen right now doing 7.3, so a little bit behind. 4.5 multiplier versus 5. So overall, looks like the Champion Hypasus will be better, but of course it's Champion versus Heavy as well. Got the Age up going there, going for the Tornado. And like that, Red does surrender. That Tornado was being rammed off the army and was being kept there. And if he pulls back, he would have lost the army. If he would have kept it there, he would have lost the army. Maybe a little bit too premature surrender there by red, but either way, there's Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.